Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is a very good video for me to make. Even though I'm not feeling 100%, I certainly have been put in a much better spirit because of David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano giving us the "here we go." The news has broken out. It is a done deal. Benjamin Sesko will be a Manchester United player. I'll read the details for you in further moments right now, but I do want to say this. He will be traveling for his medical, and of course, we will be seeing Benjamin Sesko play at Old Trafford in that first game against Arsenal. But you're not here to hear all of that. You're here to revel in just how good Manchester United's transfer window has been so far. And to top it all off, late last night, David Ornstein brought out news saying that we have made contact with Brighton via intermediaries to find out if a deal can be done for Carlos Baleba, which is a midfield target which we are still wanting to get, even though we brought in Cunha, Mbumo, and now Benjamin Sesko. But let me read the finer details to you. And David Ornstein's report says Manchester United strike agreement in principle with RB Leipzig to sign Benjamin Sesko. Deal for 22-year-old striker is 76.5 million euros plus 8.5 million euros in add-ons. The Slovenian international is given permission to fly and do his medical before completing the Manchester United move. And Fabrizio Romano echoed that afterwards by saying that there was agreement between the clubs, same words in terms of the amount, and of course the terms have been agreed until 2030. Those are the personal terms. We know that he made it clear that he only wants to join Manchester United, and he is a new striker for Ruben Amorim. For me, I did say in previous videos I wanted Ollie Watkins for where we are right now as a club, but there is a long-term project, there is a long-term vision by Jason Wilcox, Omar Barada, and of course the main man behind this deal, Christopher Vivel. He certainly was the front runner and the driving force for bringing in Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United. It doesn't matter anymore about wanting Ollie Watkins. There is a new striker coming to Manchester United, and he is one of, if not the most talented striker in Europe right now. You can talk about Erling Haaland scoring a lot of goals. You can talk about the likes of Mohamed Salah having great goal scoring seasons. You can talk about Lewandowski's, etc. Mbappe. All of these strikers that are top. Victor Gyökeres, who went to Arsenal. Ekitike, who was also he's actually at Liverpool, not on his way to Liverpool, sorry. But that doesn't matter. Arsenal wanted Benjamin Sesko first. They pivoted to Victor Gyökeres for whatever reason, whether that be a financial reason, whether that be a change in strategy, it doesn't matter. He was a target for top clubs. And after Newcastle wanted him, he chose Manchester United. And now the forward line of Manchester United has been instantly transformed. Mbumo coming in, Cunha coming in, and now Benjamin Sesko. That certainly is a tantalizing forward line. Last season, we had to go with Garnacho, at times a Mainu in number 10, a Bruno, a Ahmad with Hoyland or Xerxes. Sometimes Xerxes played as a number 10. There were even moments where we were looking completely devoid of confidence because of having a lack of options going forward. You could see certain players not doing what they need to do, but yet here the forward line has been upgraded. You will have chance creators in Cunha and Mbumo, but can also score goals. And of course, Benjamin Sesko is not only a goal scorer. He can create goals. He has assist numbers to his name. And he's not a player that comes in like Hoyland, who had one good season and we decided to sign him. Benjamin Sesko has been scoring goals at a top level since his debut. At RB Salzburg, he was a consistent goal scorer. RB Leipzig, of course, his previous club, another consistent goal scoring form that he has had. And now he's ready to take that big step up to play for a top club like Manchester United, where the pressures are different. The vision and the goals and the objectives are completely different of that of a RB Salzburg and Leipzig. And Benjamin Sesko, I think, with the prospect that he is, he's only 22. Yes, Hoyland is also a similar age, but you can see that there is complete differences in terms of their ceilings as to what they can become as strikers for any club, not just Manchester United. But of course, in this case, they both are at Manchester United, and Benjamin Sesko will be a Manchester United player. But it is exciting because he's got excellent running power. He's excellent in the air. He can finish. He can link up play. He can run in behind because he has the pace and the power. He's got very good strength on him to hold up off the ball. He can dribble as well. He has a bit of dribbling ability. And knowing that Cunha, Mbumo, Bruno, Ahmad, etc. are playing behind him and can be giving him chances, we certainly will be a much different prospect for opposition defenses, because you have so much to worry about. You have to worry about Benjamin Sesko now, Cunha, Mbumo, Bruno, Ahmad, Mainu, Dogu. These are all players that can cause you problems. And putting them all together, yes, it still needs to gel. They still need to get used to playing with one another. But knowing what they can do, and of course, Cunha and Mbumo are Premier League proven. We know Ahmad can do it in the Premier League, Bruno, etc. Bringing in a player like Benjamin Sesko does not seem that much of a risk as what it was with Hoyland when there weren't any, as much chance creators as we do have now. This is also very important for Ruben Amorim because of how Benjamin Sesko is as a player. He will fully optimize and maximize what is needed as a striker in a Ruben Amorim system just because of how he is as a striker. He's a very different striker to Rasmus Højlund, and in terms of holding the ball up, in terms of running in behind, in terms of finishing, he's further developed than what Rasmus Højlund is. And of course, he's also quite tall, quite big, super confident, as a player. So I am excited to see Benjamin Sesko as a Manchester United player officially. He, of course, won't be available for the friendly against Fiorentina, but perhaps, and I do think he'll be ready to make his debut, maybe not necessarily from the start in that game against Arsenal, but who knows, maybe he can be. And if he is, whether he starts or comes on in the second half as a debut, there's going to be a loud roar because Benjamin Sesko is Manchester United's new striker. Now, as I said, Carlos Baleba is the next target. Manchester United have sent intermediaries and asked Brighton if the deal can be done for Baleba. We know that Brighton will probably put 100 million as a price tag on him, but that doesn't mean a deal cannot be done. We can certainly look at various avenues and ways in order to make a deal happen, but this is why Manchester United have made contact, and that shows you their intent. That shows you who their target is to bring in as a midfielder. And if Baleba comes in as well, after we got Cunha, Mbumo, and Sesko, that tells you just how good of a transfer window Manchester United have had. And that certainly will elevate the team to a level that we must be getting European football next season. We must be finishing in the top four, maybe even pushing, for a title challenge or a title. I'm not saying we're going to win the league, no. But these are the signings that get made and instantly transform a team's fortunes, instantly transform the way a team performs. So these are possibilities. Anything can happen. And with us bringing in Cunha, Mbumo, Premier League proven players, Benjamin Sesko, who is a proven goal scorer and can obviously become much better based on his talent and his potential, which is scary based on what I have seen and what you have seen as well of Benjamin Sesko. And if you bring in Baleba, if you bring in a goalkeeper like Lemens, who is the young goalkeeper target that we want to bring in, talks of Donnarumma, are also out there, wide reports of it. These signings instantly make Manchester United a much stronger team and a team that should be competing at the top of the Premier League. And once we are in the Champions League again, because certainly with the signings we are making, we are planning to be in the Champions League after this season. I fully believe that. There cannot be anything else other than a top four finish, which is only the thing that can be a success. Winning a FA Cup, winning a Carabao Cup would be nice, etc. It's winning a trophy. But being in the top four, being in the Champions League after the season, that I think is the target, of course, for Jason Wilcox, Omar Barada, Christopher Vivel, and of course, Ruben Amorim and the team. Moves are being made. Manchester United look like they are starting to move like the club they are. Move like we used to move in terms of bringing in players. And so far, Cunha, Mbumo, you can add Diego Leon, and of course, Benjamin Sesko now, all of them said They only want to join Manchester United. They only chose Manchester United. And that in itself shows you just how big of a club we are. Because clubs with Champions League football offered players, the players we signed, they offered them contracts. They rejected them all and chose Manchester United as their next club, as their next destination. I'm excited. Benjamin Sesko will be a Manchester United player, and who knows, maybe even Carlos Baleba, which will absolutely break the footballing world in terms of a transfer. But you let me know in the comment section what you think about the amazing news of Benjamin Sesko in agreement, RB Leipzig, Man United. He will become a Manchester United player, of course, after having his medical, etc. Manchester United has a new striker. So does Ruben Amorim. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this particular news that has broken out from David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano. Till we see each other again soon, again in the next one, Red Devils. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.